Hi guys, welcome to another unpacking session with Dr. Durrani. Today's theme will be about how can we hold space. Actually, what does that statement mean? We talk about this in therapy quite a bit as to being able to hold space for someone, and this is also something that is present within relationships, within parents and their children, spouses, friends, etc. So what is this space that we talk about? Holding space means just that, is to be present with someone emotionally, mentally, and physically. So giving them your full attention, so you're physically there, you're not on your phone, you're not distracted. Mentally, you're listening to what they're saying, you're not kind of going into your own thoughts. And emotionally, which means that you allow them to express the emotions that they have. You, in a way, yes, validate what they're going through. So whether they're experiencing sadness, anger, grief, whatever it is, without kind of placing judgment as to, well, why is she crying, why is she angry, etc. So one of the things that I see kind of neglected often in a lot of relationships is that capacity. I experienced this just a couple of days ago, so it was kind of really fresh and I wanted to bring this up. I do want to put this disclaimer out there. So I'm not a trained psychologist. I do have training in counseling and therapy, but this is also very real things that I go through and that I put out there so that we can kind of spread that light further. When we hold the space, what we're actually doing is providing safety for another person to be able to express themselves fully without, and how can we do that? How can we make someone feel safe without placing our judgment, right? So you will notice that you tend to go to certain friends where you feel safe, and then you feel like, oh, you know what, I can let my heart and my thoughts out, and I will feel heard. So it's within this space where you feel that, okay, this person actually understands me. They might not agree with you, but they actually are listening to me from their heart and from their minds as well. So how can we practice doing this? Now, what we want to be able to do in this space is, one, you really want to focus on the listening aspect of it. So if someone's saying something, listening to actually understand their story versus, okay, listening to respond. Okay, what should I respond to? Often we'll see this in dynamics where, you take a problem to someone, and if they don't have this capacity to hold space, and this isn't something that everyone has a capacity to do, they will just listen to respond. Okay, so you tell them a problem and then like, okay, you should do this. Often we're not looking for that. We're not looking for a response, because often we know what to do, or if we really do want to figure out, get some advice, be like, hey, could you tell me something? But generally when we're going to someone and we're feeling beaten down about something, we're just hoping for this space where they can just kind of just let the emotions be between us. You don't have to act on it, I don't have to act on it, we can just let it be there. And this is the space that really is present within therapy as well. Now, we're not asking your friends to be therapists for you, but we're asking for them just to be able, this is another language of love, right? Where you're able to just let those emotions be. Again, this is present within, and not just like friends or spouses, and this is also present between parents and their kids, where we talked about parents who are not emotionally available for their kids. So that yes, physically they're there, mentally they're there, emotionally they're a little bit distant. And then the kid starts to then develop what we discussed last time, an abandonment or avoidant attachment style, where they've started to figure out that me expressing my emotions to this parent is not safe. So I'm going to keep that to myself because this is where it is. But unfortunately at that age, they're not they don't have the skill set to deal with these big emotions, right? So whatever that is. First, we talked about practice listening, so just listening, full attention, placing your thoughts and judgments and emotions aside, and then allowing this person to bring on that emotion, right? If you do not have that capacity, simply stating that. And generally we will see that those who are good with kind of their own emotions can hold space for other people. So there's a little bit of that kind of side note there. And then don't jump into problem solving. Try to understand, is this person, ask them, are you here for advice, or do you just simply want me to hold space? So avoid going into that problem solving mode that a lot of us tend to do with those that we love, of course. And then reassure them that what they're going through, validate that experience. So whatever emotion comes up, try to, you can empathize with that. Okay, I can understand what that feels like. So saying those reassuring words, and that's it. So, being present, listening to them, allowing those emotions to come up, and then not jumping into problem solving mode. I hope this helps. try to see if this is something that you're able to, one, hold for yourself, and then also assess the people that you tend to go to who hold this space. It is an art, so we'll say this, some people a bit more in touch with themselves are able to do. There's no right and wrong. Everyone has different capacities, but I think it's worth a topic to explore.